Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today I'm getting into a new release thriller vlog and I'm so excited to share this with you. I am loving the sound of so many thrillers that are coming out in 2025. I notoriously did not have the best thriller reading year last year. I had a lot of great books last year, but not a ton of great thrillers, especially not new release thrillers. They just haven't been hitting, so I'm excited to get into a new year, a fresh year filled with new releases with synopses that sound right up my alley. I'm basically just going to be mood reading thrillers that have come out in the last few months in this video. One that I really want to read is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. That is my Patreon book club pick though, so I'm not going to put it in this video because I always do an exclusive reading vlog for my book club pick just on Patreon only. So if you want to see Beautiful Ugly, as always, my Patreon is linked down below and I will have that reading vlog up before the end of the month. I know that's a highly anticipated one, so if I got any questions about where the vlog is for that book, I just wanted to mention it. Of course, you don't have to go watch on Patreon. I will be sharing my review of Beautiful Ugly in my wrap up at the end of the month, but if you want to be a part of sprints, book discussions, get the exclusive vlog, yada yada da, the Patreon is there for you. As for the first book I'm into for this vlog, I have started Kill Yours, Kill Mine by Katherine Kovacic. When I hauled this book, so many people were like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. And I just read Kill for Me, Kill for You last month by Steve Kavanaugh and I absolutely loved it. This is a very similar setup, as you can tell even just by the title. So I was thinking that I was gonna like this one too. What really made me pick it up though is one of my patrons just gave it 5 stars in the Discord. So going into our sprints last night, I picked this one up. I am 100 pages in, a third of the way through. It's a short little thriller and I am loving it so far. The writing style is really unique. It's an Australian thriller, so there's a lot of like cute little Australian lingo in there that I'm really enjoying. I don't know, you know how British people are like, oh, let's pop round to the shop and things like that? I feel like I'm very well versed in that kind of British slang, but I'm not too well versed in the Australian version of that, so I'm enjoying getting to know their little phrases, including like there's this one character and she calls everyone Doro. She's like Doro, Doro, Doro. And instead of darling, I just think that is adorable. Is that a common thing in Australia? I don't know, but it's adorable and I'm co-opting it and stealing it. My little Texas self is gonna be like, hey Doro. And honestly, I feel like it works. So I love that, but the actual plot of the book is really engaging as well. We are right into the action from the very beginning of the book. And basically what is happening here is a therapist who is very unethical and clearly dealing with her own trauma has gotten a therapy group to process grief together. And it is 6 women, all who have been through the same exact event where their sister was killed by an abusive partner. So these 6 women are coming together under the guise of grief therapy when really they are taking on each other's murders. So each woman is assigned another woman in the group's sister's killer and they're gonna go kill them. It's like a stranger on a train situation, very similar to Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Kavanaugh, but this is all run by women. There's this like unethical, scandalous therapy element. I'm really sus about the therapist at this point. A third of the way through, I'm like getting little clues about her and I think there's something going on there. And one of my big things about Good for Her books recently, I feel like they haven't been hitting for me because the actual violence and the killing and all of that has been off page. Like that happened a lot in Bad Men. I didn't really enjoy that one. That was kind of a disappointment for me. Books like Girl in 6E and Blood Sugar, like some of my favorites of all time, those Good for Her books, like you see them on the page getting their damn revenge and I eat up every second of it. So I am looking for that level of violence and catharsis in my Good for Her thrillers and this one is giving it to me. Immediately we are thinking about methods, we are getting down to business. It is so cool to see these women coping with this overwhelming emotion and grief by channeling every piece of their rage into effectively like organizing and becoming a crime syndicate. It's like so amazing. I love it. It feels so cathartic and it's just riveting. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting to see if they can truly carry out all of these 6 murders or if something's gonna go wrong, if the therapist is gonna turn on them. I have no clue, but I'm in for the ride. I have to go to work this afternoon. Unfortunately, I am not just a girl, I do have to work. But I can tell you, during these next few sessions, in the back of my mind, all I'm gonna be thinking about is, did they carry out this crime? This next murder, it feels dicey, I don't know. So hopefully I have a little break tonight. Hopefully I'll get a chance to read more of it. And if I do, I will let you know what I'm thinking. Hello vlog. It is very late now after work. Sorry if you can hear the dishwasher going in the background. I try to do all my chores before I go to bed. It's like this whole new thing where I'm doing do it now instead of putting it off until later. I just do the thing I need to do now, and it's honestly greatly improved my life. So sorry about the dishwasher. Okay, Mochi, he's gone goblin mode. I'm now past the halfway point and I fear I have to put the book down. Not only because I'm tired, because this actually has like very startlingly genuine and real representation for what it's like to see someone you care about go through an abusive relationship. That is something that is very near and dear to me. It's like triggering me. It's literally all I can think about. This book is really like well done, well written. The representation is amazing. I really feel the depth of emotion that it's trying to convey, while it is like a fast-paced, amazing, heart-pumping thriller that I'm loving so much. Realness of it is hitting in a way that I have to take a break for today. Please, please, please look at trigger warnings, because it's like a fun, good for her, fast-paced moment. I just was not expecting that. I need to go to bed and take care of myself, and when I get back into it, I will let you know. Hello vlog, it is the next day. I'm just laying in my Draco blanket. If you're like, what the hell is that face? That's just Draco, don't worry about that. I've been working this morning, but in between sessions, I did get quite a big chunk into Kill Yours, Kill Mine. Felt like I was okay to get back into it, and so far it has been lighter. I think there was just one case that reminded me too much of something in my real life, but now it is back to like exciting thriller plot, and we only have one more murder to go. I have 50 pages left in the book and there's only one more to go. The suspense is crazy. I feel like they're gonna get caught. I feel like there's no way that they're gonna carry this out seamlessly, and I'm really angry at the person who's low-key hunting them down. I'm like, can you just fucking stop? Like, can you just stop? Like, can you just let these women like get away with it? Like, they're putting things right in the world. Like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Just let it happen. Just literally let it happen. Let it happen. See how I'm like actually so invested in this book? It's actually crazy. I have a session in 20 minutes, but I don't care. I'm gonna sit here and read more of this book. Hopefully I can finish before the end of the day because I need to know. Holy shit! I finished Kill Yours, Kill Mine. That ending, that is a perfect thriller ending, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you do a good for her thriller. The end of this book reminded me of one of my favorite books of all time, which I'm not going to give away just in case you've read that one. I don't want you to get spoiled for this one. It's perfect. It's perfect to me. This is a perfect thriller. I loved every single second of it, even when I was triggered, because that just means I was feeling something real and true to life. This is such a good book. It doesn't try to comment too much on something that could be really touchy, and it keeps it light, fun thriller vibes until you realize the weight of it and you get to make your own meaning of that. I just thought this was thrilling and fast-paced and cathartic and respectful and just so well done. Twisty, kept me on the edge of my seat, read relatively quickly. Like, this is an easy 5-star. Kill yours, kill mine. Literally go read it right now, especially if you like a good for her moment. Next up, I'm going to be getting into The Best Lies by David Ellis. I really like this author. I read Look Closer by him and it was super twisty, unpredictable, drama, scandal, fun. And that is what I want. I want like fast-paced drama, scandal, fun. I don't want to think too hard. My only issue is this synopsis doesn't sound super interesting to me. We will see. It's about an attorney with skeletons in his closet who is a pathological liar. And when a predatory gangster is found dead and this attorney's fingerprints are on the murder weapon, no one believes a word that he says to defend himself. But he might be the only option for taking down the gangster's even more lethal boss. Should he risk his life going undercover for the feds or just go straight to prison for murder? I guess we will see what happens. I do have a couple night sessions. Probably try to start this book before that. Probably won't update you until later. Vlog. It is the next day. I had such a restful evening last night. I went to yoga and then I got back, took my little bath, started The Best Lies, and honestly, I'm really surprised how quick it's reading. I'm 100 pages in. 100 pages, and it literally flew by. I did not even notice. All of a sudden the bath water was cold and I was shivering boots and I was like, let me get out. I have to leave here. And I had read 100 pages. I feel so engaged with the story despite having zero interest in the plot or the characters. Like, the material is not interesting to me. I don't like investigations. I don't like lawyer shit. I don't like gang mafia type of shit, and that's all this is. But the chapters are so short and the writing style is so suave and clever and cinematic almost. Like, I can visualize everything that it feels like just watching a shitty but really entertaining action movie. It's so cinematic. It's so fun. I am really excited to get into it more. I'm gonna make some breakfast, start my day. I have a couple sessions and then it's reading time. Hello vlog, I'm so sleepy. I actually fell asleep while I was reading, not because the book is boring, but even in my tired state, I literally just laid down and read 100 more pages. Like, this is so easy to read. When I said dumb action movie that just keeps you sucked in, like, that's exactly what it is. I don't know, I might really just lay here and finish this. Now that I'm off work, I don't have any plans tonight. My boyfriend's coming over later, but other than that, I don't have anything else to do. I love a night like this. I'm just gonna lay here and read my little bookie. Oh my god, also forgot to mention, this whole book is counting down to Valentine's Day. Like, that's when like shit pops off. So I'm reading this at like the perfect time of year and I'm really happy about it. Once again, I apologize for the dishwasher. I am apparently always finishing books as I'm washing dishes. I finished The Best Lies by David Ellis. Oh my god, this was so twisty, unpredictable, quirky characters, so much fun, so thrilling, so fast-paced. I loved it. Like, I really, really loved it. I don't think I'm gonna remember it. I don't feel a deep emotional attachment to it, but it was such a fun ride. If you want a twisty, unput-downable thriller that reads like an action movie, The Best Lies. Pick it up. So good. I feel like David Ellis is gonna become a really reliable thriller author for me because I felt the exact same way about Look Closer. I highly recommend both. I'm gonna give this a 4-star. Great. And the next book that I will be moving on to probably tomorrow, because my boyfriend literally just texted me he's 10 minutes away. I think I'm gonna start This Girl's a Killer by Emma C. Wells next. This is about a female serial killer, and she's basically like the girl Dexter. She takes out men who deserve to be killed, like they've done bad things, but she has discovered a flaw in her perfectly designed system for eliminating monsters, and the pressure heightens and she isn't sure if she's a good person. Someone might just unravel everything she has worked for. We will see. When I get into this, I will let you know. Vlog. It's actually pretty late in the day to be talking with you. I went to brunch this morning with a friend. I went to yoga, and now I'm finally home, even though it's like basically the end of the day. I have an update for you. I started This Girl's a Killer, and it's pretty decent plot-wise. I think things are moving in a direction that is really intriguing. Obviously, she's like picking off men. We're learning about her method, but also the police are catching on thinking there's a serial killer, so she has to be on the run. Very standard, good for her female serial killer POV thriller. I will say I like this main character significantly less than the other like unlikable, crazy, unhinged women female serial killer vibes that I've read from before. She has a like millennial cringe about her. No hate to any millennials. It just reads as kind of cartoonish and disingenuous in a way. Things are very corny. Like, she genuinely calls her best friend bestie, even when she's being serious. Like, it's very awkward. She also refers to herself in the third person with her first and last name all the time. She's like,
me, Cordelia Black.
And it's like, why do you think so highly of yourself when you're a literal murderer? And she does the thing where she's like,
yeah, I'm a murderer, but I'm a boss babe. Look at me and my Louboutins. Look at me and my manicure.
And it's just like kind of cringe. So the thing that I usually like shoo in automatically like about this type of book is not hitting. I'm not really aligned with the main character. However, I do think the plot is interesting. I want to see where it's going. It reads really easy and really fast, so I'm gonna keep reading it. I'm about 100 pages in right now, and I'm about to head to my boyfriend's house. I'm gonna bring my book with me. Hopefully I'll get some more pages read and let you know an update later tonight. Hello vlog, it is much later and I'm finally home. I do have a reading update for you. I got about halfway through while I was just sitting there parallel playing at my boyfriend's house. Honestly, this plot is really good. Our main character is increasingly and increasingly unhinged, increasingly and increasingly reckless. She is losing her marbles. She's straying from her usual very methodical killing methods and breaking all of her rules, and things are spinning out of control, and it is pretty exciting. I am still feeling the same way about the writing style. It's just kind of cringe. I just don't love it, to be totally honest. C'est la vie, because apparently I'm still invested. I'm still reading it, even though I'm like rolling my eyes, especially at the whole like saying her full name thing. Melodramatic and cartoonish, but I feel like if you don't take this book seriously and you just lean into the dumbness of it all, It's fine. It's fine. I do wish that this had any kind of commentary though, because you know, it's talking about true crime, it's talking about violence against women. There was a very nice content warning at the very beginning of the book, which makes me think like there's some aspect of this book that's being taken seriously. I just can't for the life of me take it seriously because it is so ridiculous. So that's kind of how I feel. I'm gonna keep reading, but not tonight because girl, it's after midnight. I need to go to sleep. I will talk to you in the morning. Hello vlog. It is the next day. I have been working all morning, but I wanted to give you a little update. Throughout my day, I've read about 85-ish more pages. So I'm into the last quarter of This Girl's a Killer, and y'all, this is getting really corny. Like, it's just so vapid and dumb. Our main character had this like huge piece of self-discovery that was like this traumatic moment for her, which kind of read like baby's first self-help book. Like, I feel like that is so condescending and sounds so mean, but this main character, I just don't feel for her at all. It just feels like she's done zero self-reflection in her whole life. And if the thing that's gonna do it is a bad haircut, like it just feels dumb. It just feels corny. It just feels dumb. I don't like it. It feels so shallow. Ugh. But also, here's the thing, it's a very effective thriller writing. So I'm so torn because it does keep me on the edge of my seat. It feels like there are very close calls happening, and I really appreciate that kind of like energy. The pacing is really good. It's keeping me intrigued even though I don't like this girl. I don't know what to think. I'm gonna leave it there, go to work. After work, me and my boyfriend are gonna see this new horror movie called Hard Eyes. It's supposed to be like a Valentine's slasher. So when I see you next, hopefully I will have an update on This Girl's a Killer and a review of Hard Eyes for you. Hello vlog, it is the next day. It is so dreary, rainy outside. I'm kind of living for it. It's a torrential downpour. So if you hear anything in the background, it's just that. But I am here with a final review of This Girl's a Killer. I finished it this morning, and it was not the resolution that I was hoping for. I did enjoy the plotting the whole way through up until the very end. I think there was a choice made that didn't make sense with the development of one of the characters. I felt like it was just a little too convenient. That combined with all the other like annoying, cringe kind of like factors in this book lead me to giving it a 2-star. This was not my favorite Good for Her book I've ever read. But that's okay because Kill Yours, Kill Mine exists, and I just read that and gave it 5 stars and I freaking loved it. So if you're looking for a Good for Her moment, maybe pick that one over this one. Seems like at the end of this one it was set up for a sequel. I probably won't read it. This is just not my cup of tea writing style wise, and now that I know that, I probably won't read from this author again. So kind of a flop, but The Best Lies was so solid. 4 stars, highly recommend, and Kill Yours, Kill Mine, iconic. Oh, and I also said I would give you guys a review of Hard Eyes. Oh my gosh, if you like a fun, campy slasher, this one was done really well. It was so self-aware, it was so kitschy, the Valentine's Day feels were there, the acting was great, the writing was great. The director actually did a lot of like college humor stuff, which I love to support that. So really cool. Mason and I absolutely loved it. And finally, the last thing I have to share with you is the last thriller I'm going to be reading is Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney. But if you want to see the rest of this vlog, you'll have to go over to Patreon because that is my Patreon book club pick. And every single month I read my book club pick in an exclusive vlog for Patreon only. So the extended cut of this vlog will be up with Beautiful Ugly on Patreon now. If you want to see that, go check it out. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you got a couple good recs. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to go to therapy and read a book this week, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!